All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. I'm going to top off this coffee, and then we'll get started. All right. Big FaceTime. Ooh. There he is. Hey. Well, we're back, which is good. I finally have a week off, so my hope is to stream at least like 3 times over the next week or so. Get back in the groove a little bit. Lord knows I have enough stuff to do, and games I want to play. But I don't know, last night I kind of got in the mood to pick up one of the kits again. I think I'm feeling pretty good about it. So let's just forge ahead with the Mustang kit, and we'll see where that goes. That is so loud. I gotta fix that. But welcome in all. We're gonna keep. Right now, we're trying to get the body of the funny car together. The framework here. A little different than your conventional car. So far, network seems very stable, though famous last words, right? All right. This is kind of where we're at. This is an adventure. Let's get the front suspension on, and then we can marry the two. There is a bunch of extra flash here. I don't know what you call that. Yeah, slow isn't feeling too hot. And I didn't really get in the practice I was hoping I would. So no Sebring today. We're just going to have to work on some kit, maybe play something else. There was some discussion about running a 3-hour with Tom. So we'll see, maybe. Maybe some Sebring action, but I'm not feeling particularly confident. And even the 3-hour event is... like the DQ limit's 23x, and I'm terrified I'm not going to make it. Just because I've been driving so poorly. I've been out of practice for months. And I feel like I need more time. I was watching a little bit of Shiva earlier. I just don't know if this... Yeah, it looks like Flash, man. It's just not... So no Sebring. At least 12-hour. Life is what's going on. I've been pulling like 60, 70-hour weeks for 2 months, which is why I haven't been streaming. And when I have, it's been really limited. And I just got off. Like yesterday was my first day off in like 6 weeks. I shouldn't say that. I had a weekend in there and I had my birthday off, but I feel like 3 days off in like a month is wild, especially when the days are at minimum like 12-hour days. So, I mean, Nicole's got a day job. She's doing accounting for Flagler. She's doing work. She's got stuff to do. Let alone real racing. There we go. But I'm hoping to get back in. We got the 24, Nürburgring 24 in 5 weeks. So we are starting to get that set up. There's already, you know, I'll be there. Slow should be feeling better by then. Man, none of it's worth health. And I'll even throw myself in there too. Like, I don't. The other day I was doing 213s in the Porsche with I thought was a pretty good setup that felt pretty good. But that was after, like, I worked 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I cooked dinner and then I hopped in. So it was a 14-hour day and then try to get an hour of productive practice. Like, it just doesn't exist. It doesn't. It was garbage. My driving is terrible right now. Where's the square-sided one? Ah. There we go. There we go. How's everyone's weekend so far? Happy Saturday. Hopefully you all are doing well. I know drivers or background processes eating up. Could also be power. Like, I don't know. I can't speak. I had graphics issues for months and I had to, like, completely reinstall, like, GeForce Experience, remove all old drivers, up clean registry settings and stuff, and finally do a brand spanking new driver install for anything to be stable again. I mean, it could be AC. Maybe it's a setting in AC. I can't. I've never using the VR with this at a course, so I don't really have any knowledge to impart. I don't know then. Just throw it out on the forums, send out debug files or anything like that. Check the logs. These still look freaking wonky. They're gonna drive me nuts. It's too... I just need to get a better camera and better lighting. What if I make it, like, not so cold? What if I make it warmer? That didn't really help, did it? Nope. Just white parts. That could definitely be frustrating. Yeah, so the notch is outward. But this, see, this doesn't even show it. There's no texture here. Granted, these are like old-ass AMT instructions. They look like they've been dittoed 18 times over. Whatever, we'll just glue it. We'll glue it, even though there's an ugly... There's ejector pin marks mid-spring here. I haven't even checked the quality results. I'm a little... Hey, Mana. Yeah, what are the quality results, Eka? Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Little Kimmy. I'm just excited for Barber more than anything. I don't hate the Japan Grand Prix. Okay, so yeah, Merc doing the thing. And good for Oscar. Especially after last race. I was disappointed. I've been so out of touch. Honda's not going to like that. Yeah, buddy, get some rest, man. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate this. This is awful. And all the kids up in the top of the order. That's wild. Japan's fun. Yeah, hell yeah. Changing the guard, man. I don't know. Yeah, see, it doesn't really sit in there. Sorry, guys. Give me one sec here. Yeah, I feel like I should sit in there more. Shit. Hey, Balefire. Yeah, this is that funny car we were working on last time. So we got our engine. We're putting the frame together. The Supra is still over there. And I got to figure out a way to wire. That's going to be the next thing. Get the wire going. Because we got the nice valve covers. I drilled them out, but I broke 2 drills doing it. So I'm thinking about just trimming these all and running the wire straight through instead of having like these caps. It'll allow me to drill a little bigger, and I could just run the wire through. And I think, I don't know, we'll see. I I think I'm going to do that, though. I think I'm going to cut those off, maybe get a repaint in. They can be and they can't be. Like, usually when you're in this point, you slap a couple, I don't know, for example, the Supra or the Porsche. Like, the suspension is not nearly as complicated as this. This has got this whole bloody roll frame in here. Or this whole, you know, it's a dragster, so it's light. It doesn't need to do anything but go forward. So it's just this piping, all this this frame. And there's a, you know, you just get a bucket that sits on top. And then I think I'm going to go with yellow. That was the recommendation from a buddy of mine. We're going to do yellow on the frame, on the body. So we'll get that all hooked up. And we're pretty good, I think, on the rest. So once the frame's together, we got to finish up the engine, drop the engine in, build the seat in the interior, which is just essentially like an aluminum pan. This is the interior of the body. There's the bloody pan. There it is. This. That's the interior. Nothing really to write home about there. Yeah, I think yellow looks nice. I think it'll be... I have some like racing yellow. Not like Lotus yellow, but like a very bright yellow. I used to have like McLaren orange in spray, but I used it all. And then the decal sheet. So I think with the yellow, like we could even use these reds if we really want to. I don't know about using these on the side, but we could do the Ford logo, the Siemens Ford. We could probably do these. I don't know. We'll see. Be nice to stripe out. Yes. I'll have to... Here, I can grab it in a little bit. I'll grab the can and I'll bring it in. It's actually a polycarb can. It's a Tamiya polycarb for like race bodies. So it is like that canary yellow. I think it's about perfect for what we want to do. Where did my nips go? I love getting to the end and being able to throw away a sprue. It's like my favorite part. Alright, so let's get this front suspension on. Let's get the frames married. I know I wanted to dig some of this out, and I didn't do it. So, we're just going to try to get in here. It's like they're too wide to fit in the slot. So we're just going to try to take some of this down. There we go. And then so I'm out of all clad. I have a little bit of chrome left, but like one airbrush bowl, small bowl full of chrome. That's what I got left. I have no airframe aluminum left in all clad. I have it in Vallejo. Like I have plenty of aluminum in Vallejo. So I think we're gonna do this all, even though I'm trying to do more lacquers on my model kits, especially on cars. It's kind of in discussions with AWOL, we were talking about moving to more of that stuff. I think I'm just gonna have to go with the acrylic. I think I'm gonna have to do it. Hey, good morning, Wo. How goes the convention? Yeah, how's everyone? I haven't really, I mean, I've been catching up on news intermittently, as people have referred me to showcases and stuff like that. But hopefully travels are well and you're having a great time. That looks much better. See, look at that. It actually sits in there now. On the both sides, too. Amen. Good deal. Hell yeah! Good deal, man. You got a link to... Did you post on Instagram yet? I know the day is like just starting over there. There we go. Much better. Kings of War champions. Well, congrats. That deserves at least a beer. Probably a decent whiskey, if I had to say so. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Oh, shit. I am way behind. Hey, yeah. Well, I'm not saying everyone drinks like an idiot like I do when I'm at conventions. So, like, that's... Your mileage may vary. That's all I'm saying. I'm so sorry, Al. We forgot shoutouts. Balefire, stop in and say hi.
I'll take it. Really? No. That's a cool challenge. No, that was no. I'm talking about.
What's going on? There we go. Oh, the spam bot. That's what it was. Sorry. No, I forgot to shout you out when you were in when you came in. Yeah, enjoy it. Well, have fun. It's always weird when you hear yourself randomly. I'm just getting back into everything, so I'm out of practice. Like, what is happening? Oh, but no, to be honest, the Twitch miniature community is like very cool, and I love sharing other people and other channels with the people that are here. Like, that's the short of it. Balefire is a phenomenal painter, and you all should go watch them paint. I get to learn a lot about painting from everybody. Like, everyone's got like a different take on things. I do a lot of scale stuff, but I also do painting, but I'm not particularly good at it. Where's my Both in here? He's coming along. We're gonna get some paint on models. I promise we're gonna get paint on models here soon. We're gonna do it. But I also have 3 half-started kits due to community builds I agreed to that I need to at least make progress on. Very true. But with this one, I've been doing a lot of airbrush, so it's a lot of assembly, prep, and then paint a bunch of stuff at once. Like, there are some things I'm going to hand brush, but like 3 things on this kit. Everything else is going to go in the booth. Especially with like the all-clad. Like, there's just no way. Not going to do it by hand. Okay. So, let's see here. Front axle, C, 2 pins on frame. Which pins? So this sway bar is going to go against the cross member here. The bell crank upper tie rod go on top of that. Lower tie rod is direct to the axle. And then these front radius rods are there. So, okay. So this pins in like here. Like this. Okay. So we try to do it there. It's oof, okay. We'll get it sorted. Let's get this together, then we glue this on, then we'll do the thing. Yeah, no powder booth. Or oven, I should say. I do see those people that have like nice shops that do like the vintage toy restoration and stuff like that, and they powder coat all that stuff and it looks friggin' sexy. That's that would be sweet, but I don't have that. And this down here, and then pin out the tail. Okay, we're just gonna have to take it slow. Let's take it slow, be smart about what we're doing. Just missed one pin. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. All right. So next, in this, and this. There we go. And this. And the ends. I think I may have had too much coffee, boys and girls. This is a little shaky here. All right, what just came out? Something just came out. This, okay. And then you at the tail. You come down. Shit. Mara. And get in your hole. Okay. What a pain in the butt. There we go. We got a body together. Amen. Okay. No, this all sits above it. This all sits here. It's got to. I would imagine. So these are pushed off the rear radius rods, which are hooked into the outside here. These into radius rods, so also here. So here are radius rods. These have one big dot. And whichever way they pin, I think it's this way. These will go here and here, like this. And then the rear suspension sits off the back of these. So we're okay. We're doing fine. Everything's fine. We'll have to reprime this, but that's okay. That's what I get for trying to be cute. But I do want to do these in super glue. Do them in something heavier than that. Plus they're all cladded. We'll just use the super glue. And then the front axle sit on, no outward force, Phil. Here. See, I think these should be trimmed. I think that's what these should be doing. So they would have to be, right? They're resting on 2 notches on frame, which is what we did. But it looks like, I'm not entirely sure. Because these look like they could just be mis-trimmed. And they would need to be like so. That doesn't make any sense. This shouldn't be rolling back. This should be flush against the whole thing. So I would expect there to be like holes in here or something else. Like this is awful. This doesn't tell me anything. And none of that, it doesn't even show you. Oosh. Tells me nothing. Tells me nothing unless they go over the top. Nope, because it's these guys, which need cleaned up. We'll need to clean those up. We did on this one. We have not on the other one. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Still doesn't feel particularly strong. This. And this is what's giving. I can feel it moving. Okay. So let's clean that up. Let's douse a little bit of this in there. Let that soup up. Rebind everything. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with this front suspension. The pin's on top. I'm assuming this lower tie rod just goes direct against these things. So it should be this side up. One's gonna pin here. No shit. Look at that flash. Okay. Oh, come on. Fisher's fat hands, man. There we go. So yeah, this will just go like this, across the bottom. See, they look like they should be there, but then they're molded completely differently. Like if I trim these, does that put us closer to being at the bottom of this? I mean, it does seem less ridiculous, at least fit a little more flush against them. So, all right, let's try it. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna care. Well, you guys will know, but and maybe you'll care. You'll know that this thing has got a jack suspension sitting in my case over there. I doubt it. I was hoping this would just kind of sit against the springs, but it doesn't appear that that's the case. Though these things are huge, and I'm not entirely sure that these pegs do anything. Because if I actually put this down, right, it looks like these, like here, I don't know if you guys can see this. There's kind of this little indent here, which makes me think that even all of this should be taken off. Come on, focus, focus. Doesn't like when there's too much stuff in the background. There. So, like, yeah, this whole piece. Take all of this off. It's not pegging out, like it's not doing anything. It's not going anywhere. Like that was my hope, is that it would, at least there'd be something for it to attach to, but maybe there's just not. Thank you, AMT. We'll figure it out. We'll just glue it to the side at the end of the blade suspension. Yeah, that's essentially all they are. Wow. Well, like there, like that looks better. And then if I get this in, yeah, that looks better. That looks like it should go together. No. Like I honestly expected these to go into like a hole or something if you were to drill them out. I don't... Here's what I'll do. First off, we're just going to clean up, level those out, and then we'll cut a groove in them for like the bottom of the spring to get into. Here's my... I mean, I just don't see anything else in the instructions that would say that, hey, this needs to be there. But this whole page is kind of just a nightmare. None of the parts are numbered. None of them are numbered. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of parts here, right? But also just doesn't help. Doesn't help when nothing's numbered. Plus, on top of this is all going to be hidden, like, for the most part. I mean, the front suspension will be out, but in that, you know, the wheel's going to hide some of this. There we go. That's really all I wanted to do. He's sitting on here. Clean those up. I think that's fine. Yeah, right. Magnetize the suspension. What's your like number one? What are you most hyped for that you've seen so far? Well, like, is there a release, a game, a unit? I have to live vicariously through everyone. So, that's what I'm doing. So these don't even... This is all jank support too. Ugh, I hate it. It's con season. Phil's gone nowhere. Phil hasn't even had time to hobby. Now he does, which is nice, but have not had time. Oh no! There we go. And then here, it's essentially the same thing on this end. Try not to break these little tiny points off here. There we go. Delicate ass parts. Especially since I weakened them all using the oven cleaner on them. They're really delicate at that end. Trying not to break anything here. Minor shave. And then we should be able to very gently hit these. And even these end parts are kind of delicate. I'm really kind of terrified to even scrape them. Push it. There we go. That's not too bad. All right. So we got these radius rods, front radius rods. This will be one side, this will be the other. These sit against the axle on the inside. Do they go underneath the suspension? No, they must go outside. So they pin out here against the frame. there. That must be it. That's got to be it. So they must go out of the... I can't imagine them sitting inside. Let's look. Yes, it has them outside the suspension. So, okay. Okay. That makes sense to me. And then we can do the rear radius rods here for these guys. So let's do this one first. Yep, I think that'll fit on just fine. Fell right into place. Nope, but it is not the correct one. Tis not the correct one. This is the one we need. Yep. Now it sits well above. Perfect. Something like that. Alright. Easy enough. So we'll do the front one. I wanted to clean this a little bit.
Hey, babe.
Hmm?
Run into the store. I'll be back.
Okay, I'll see you a little bit. All right, so essentially the same thing here. We'll dot, and then get this on. Oh, no. Okay. That's not even the right one still. This is the right one. It's probably the dumbest way you could do this, by the way. This is not my finest moment here. But there we go. All right. We got a frame coming together. Let's get the other side on. Hi, boys. Yeah, okay. So because we kind of went too far on one side over there, there's not really enough room for this. We're going to have to trim down this pin a little bit. So we're just going to sand that bad boy down a little bit. Get that going. There, that looks better. That doesn't look so offset so bad. Should shore up our body a little bit. Make sure that's straight up and down because we got a pin to the rear suspension or the drive shaft and all that stuff. Rear axle. Okay, let's get these front radius rods in. That should be pretty easy. Let's dry fit. That looks good. No issues on this side. Yep, I think we're okay to move. Shit. Oh. All right. And there's the front radius rods on that side. It just looks wildly different. Like this looks wildly wider than the other side. But, I mean, that's where it is. I don't make the rules. Okay. Let's get the lower tie rod on. Get that popped in. The upper tie rod. And then, actually, it's going to be the sway bar first. 2-hole. And then this slides in that bottom of this groove here. But it is outside. It's not like... Some of the pin and hole config on this is so wild. You cheeky bugger. See, but if I get it to actually align, it pops out of one or the other. I don't really want it to bend. I just don't want it to bend. That might be our best bet. All right. And then we'll peg out this guy here. Essentially there. Should be sitting right on top of the other one. This doesn't even want to sit down here correctly. You stupid. We'll just do the bottom first. Let's do the bottom first. We'll do that one. let that dry for a second. I'll go ahead and glue these on. I think we're good to do that. So put them on right. You enjoy it. Insult. Have a good lunch. Good. Yep, if I don't see you, I'll catch you next time. Didn't really. I went on there fine. That's okay. So how do we look here? Oops. Shit. Big breath of patience here. Let's kind of get back to where we were. Zone in. Now this said there's a pin here. Oh, it's over here. Here's where that pin is. That makes way more sense than down below. All right. There's that. We're doing the thing. We are doing the bloody thing here. Even though it's going to sit really weird. Let's see if we can get this pins here. So these are the outer ones. No, this has to like go here for it to be happy. There. Here's the pin. See. Damn it. There. Okay. There's that. It is definitely a little tight. Oof. Yes, don't squeeze that too much, Phil. So it really does pin down. And this goes up here. Come on. Go, go, go. Tell you what, let me go get more coffee, use the restroom. We'll take a quick 5-minute, and then we'll be back. And then we'll continue this. We'll get the rear axle on. Ow, 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 ow. And we'll go from there. That makes sense. We got minutes. So I will be right back, everybody. I'm just going to go get coffee and stuff. Be right back. Sometimes I am an idiot when it comes to production. There we go. We're back. Fresh coffee. Doing the thing. What are you doing, Oliver? Boop, 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 boop. Oops. All right, I noticed there's a little bit of... That's better. Okay. All right. Rear axle time. Let's get this on here. Now this hits the upper bar and this hits the lower bar. We know this, like this. And this pegs in here. Just get in the other hole here, please. Behave, please. No, come on. Here's one. Get up there. Just go. Just go. There. Jesus. Like pulling teeth. Ah. Then hit these, especially this one. All right, we got a rear axle in. There we go. Now, I have no idea where this pin goes. Here, I'm assuming. And this frames under, oh boy. Here. So yeah, on the back side of this, like so. And then this should peg in the bottom of the transmission casing. There we go. Something like that. And then... yeah, okay. All right. There we go. We're doing the thing. It's starting to look like a car. I don't think we're exactly where we want to be, but close enough. All right, good deal. So now that we got all that put together, we're going to hold off on these guys for now, I think. I think we can wait on the roll bars, or these anti-roll, these drag bars, wheelie bars, whatever they call them. So you don't tip over, go up tits over ass. Oof. Don't love that. Nor really the mold line across the whole thing. So maybe we will hit you. Nope, it just wholly sucks. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Yeet the piece across the room. What are you doing? Why don't you lay down? Oliver. The other one look just as bad. There we go. That's how we reprime and paint. We'll be good again. Okay. So that's pretty much that. I think we can go on to the motor stuff. I should say go back to it. Really. Okay. What's wrong, Bubba? You okay? I don't know. The boy threw up this morning, so I don't know what he's eating anymore. The joys of puppy ownership. There we go. All right, here comes the risk. Let's see what we can do here. I hate it, but it is what it is. God, that hurt. Okay. Let's get the drill. Where the hell I put it? Try not to hose this up any more than we already have. Okay. Ow. God, my wrist is killing me, guys. I don't know what the hell I did. I did something. But it hasn't helped my wrist. I will say that.
for you.
Easy, Phil. Just take it easy. You're doing fine, bud. You're doing fine. Not really. Well, you'll be fine enough. Just go straight up, like so. Shit. That one's the worst. This is probably a dumb decision. It's fine, though. Everything's fine, though. All right. There's that stupid drill bit on the last one. All right. Shit. That's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Shit. Damn it. It's all chipped out. Fuck. All right. Figured out. Maybe not that big. Maybe something like this. Yeah, there we go. I think that's better. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill at the top of the alternator here, or at the distributor cap. And then we'll run all the wires just straight into the distributor. I don't even... Yeah, we're just going to have to do that. It's too fidgety to get it. We'll repaint it. It's going to be fine on the painting. But maybe a little smaller than this. Something like this. Smaller. Something like this. Yeah, like that. That'll work. Okay. So let's get the distributor drilled out. And we'll get her wired. We'll have to glue the valve covers on, but that's fine. It's about time to do that anyway. And that's about perfect. There. Let me just touch up. And you're not going to know, because they'll be bundled up in there. It'll look like they're all coming out appropriately. All right. Let's see here. So we need to get the distributor on. Magneto, I guess. All right. So this sits up here. Let's get the fuel pump on, the idler. We can get all this stuff on. And then the only thing that'll be left will be the crawler intake here. But I wanna see if I can gloss this up real nice. I do want to see if I can take this back under the airbrush. Do want to see if I can do that. It's like not laying down particularly well up here. I think it's this piece. There we go. That looks better. We also have to paint black or red in the flaps there. Okay, so this runs from the idler bracket Oh no. There we go. All right. everyone's having a good chill Saturday. Relaxing. That's what I'm doing. Finally. For the first time in a long time. So this will go here. Let's check fitment. Probably needs to be trimmed from what it looks like. Or we can try to open up this a little bit. How close are we here? Oh, well, I just unglued it. That's fine. We can open this up a little bit. There you go. Perfect. Now it fits in there. All right. So we will need to get this on. And I think we broke it. We did break it. God damn it. I hate this thing. This has been the worst. I don't know why this isn't a solid top. If anyone can tell me why this piece is graded. Like this. Makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me. So dumb. Your intake manifold. That's going to be sealed to the blower. None of this makes any sense. So this gets glued to this. Goes from here to here. This should do. Like so. So let's get this glued together. That's a little better. That feels better. Okay. Shit. Sorry for hitting the mic. What happens here too? There we go. Okay. All right. So next step is get this thing back on, because I'm an idiot. So mad at myself for this. Just go on. Just fucking sit in there. Pardon my language today. Of course I had to touch it. Couldn't leave well enough alone, could you, Phil? Never can, man. Never, never can. Okay, so let's take a look at this now. I think this sits here to here. Even this is saying this is sitting too tall. It should be there. That flexes the belt so much. And then it just starts to pull on this. It's so stupid. All right. We're going to have to wait on that. I'm going to have to wait for that to dry. We're going to have to sand it down again. We're going to have to sand the top. We're going to have to clean all that up. So let's get the valve covers on, and then we'll go from there. Oh, I'm so mad at that. I'm so mad at that. And wherever the other one is here. So frustrating. Stupid, stupid boy. Where's the sanding sticks? Come on, sanding sticks. Where are you? Where are you? And I just touched it. Damn it. Can't even help save myself from myself today. Yep, still. Wow. It's like... Try not to take this peg off. I do want to shave this whole piece down. And I touched it again. It's looking better. There we go. Let's get there. Just like this. That looks better. Check fit. Looks better. It's still not fitting super great on the bottom. Which makes me wonder if it's the peg. Might be the peg. There we go. That's sitting a little better. Not great, but better. Such a dummy. So mad at myself for that. Really tore up these headers. Damn it. Oh, because it's literally these. There we go. Now it's actually like hitting the surface. Good. Okay. Shave you down again. Nope, you're still pretty sticky. Just paint and crud. Paint and glue and crap. There we go. Still see some of the original paint layer in there. Okay. Well, that actually fits now, so that's a relief. Open up you a little bit. There we go. There. It still feels really lopsided. But it's really not, because there's a block there. There's like, it should be fine. Okay, let's get this glued back on. Whew. Trials today. We'll do this too. Shit. Okay. Oof. Let's go. Let's go here. All right, fuel pump pin. This is going to go into the top hole. It'll go here. So is it the broader up top, it looks like. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Fuel pump. Magneto, and then the transformer. The transformer goes here. Little guy. There we go. Last but not least, our Magneto. There we go. Now, we're just going to glue those valve covers on and route a fuck ton of wires. Huh. Alright, valve cover time. We know the one fits. It's this one. Yeah. This one fits well. Oops. I just lost the magneto transformer thing. Sorry. Get up there. Okay. Let's see what we can do up here. I'm really kind of disappointed in myself for this. Almost would have been better had we just left it. But it's alright. We'll touch it up. We'll touch it up. We'll do the thing. We'll go from there. That's all we can do. Learn from our mistakes. Move forward. I'll put on there very nicely. Well, perfect it is not, but done it will be. Let's just forge ahead. Sand this down, try to get some of this paint off of here. Oh, this one got some chunk too. Not as bad as the other one, it just needs a little love. And you can ask yourself, Phil, why didn't you check fit before you did this? And, alright, I'm not too mad at myself for that, but also not particularly thrilled. There we go. I cannot get this fuel pump to say where it should be. I think I need to cut it a little bit. All right, but we pretty much have a motor, which is good. We should now see if it'll actually fit in the car. get this guy on. We'll start griming it up. I'll see if I can seal it. Then we'll get it dirty. Actually, no. Well, let's do the wires first, then we can seal it. Then we can see where we're at. I don't know. What do you all think? I mean, could be worse. Could be better. What is this? Oh, it's just a piece of dust. See, look at all that chipping. That looks fucking awful. We're gonna have to clean all that up. Silly, silly man. And I think that's everything, like I said, except for this and the fuel pump. But this needs like trimmed or something. This needs cleaned up. Cleanup time. Where's my knife? All right. All right. A little mad the Magneto did not line up the way I'd hoped. There we go. I think we're okay. Yeah, that's a little straighter. That's gonna fight me in it. Yep. And then this still needs painted. So we'll get the Tamiya out. We'll touch up some of the silvers and that. We'll start with our wiring. Then we'll get it gloss coated. No, and then we'll do our dirty pass. I think this will come out fine. It's not... Is it like my favorite thing ever? No, but I think it'll look pretty good. Once we get the body on there, get everything else hooked up, I think we'll be good. I don't know. It's starting to look real is the good part. Even if it's a crap kit, I think it's starting to look pretty good. Especially once we get the wires on there, that'll look real nice. So, let's get that going. Should have enough here to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta stop and forget.
Okay. Be safe.
I will. I like my bringing my little water or snack.
Okay.
Your sister going?
I don't know. I don't know if Kay's going. To be honest.
Love you.
Love you. Do I have that really... Where's the rest of the cables? What do I do with it? Oh, there. Here, please. So there's the braided line we'll use. And then we'll try to tie with this. We'll see how that goes. I think these fittings are going to be too much for this model. So we'll keep it at that. Let me make some measurements. I can only do this once, I have a feeling. Two mil. Seven mil. And then 2 mil between each one. 2 mil, give or take. So, okay, 2 for the turnaround, let's say. And all my notebooks. Plus 1, let's say a piece. $10, $12, $14, $16, $30, $40, $52 mil. Times 2. And really, it's almost another centimeter to the other side. My guess is it would run underneath. Like, we're talking about wiring ignition, right? I guess it would come out a wire under here, right? And across. So the other side is going to be even worse. I don't know if I have all this for this. Right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, and then from there another 16, 18. So really 17, 19. 21, 23. Which leaves us at 40, 60, 70, 80. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80 mil. And that's assuming a plus 1. So altogether 52, give or take. But where do we even put that millimeter? That's all going to be really friggin' tight. 132. Boy, this is going to be painful if we don't get it. Yeah, I mean, we got it. So we can afford to give ourselves a little more. And this doesn't have centimeters on it, so that doesn't help me at all. So we could kind of almost do that twice over. A little less, maybe. No, pretty close. 230. So we could essentially double all lengths. Let's see where that gets us. Well, I have a smaller mat that has metric on it too. This just has imperial. So I like to lay it down on the mat and measure it, but I can't do that with this mat. May have already screwed myself. On this, it probably is pretty decent. Let's see where this gets us. Yeah, that would work too. Alright, we'll see where that gets us. Start there with that set. I'm just going to be straight up out of wire. Son of a gun! Do not have enough to finish it. No, I do have black. We could add black and then... paint it red. Or we have way more black than we had red. We could do it in black. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do it all in black. That works for me. And I'll try to do it... yeah, okay. We'll do it in black. Yeah. Yeah, this will be interesting. I have a feeling. So if I cut this. Let's just another smidge beyond this. Whoa! Getting stupid here. Just want my this set here. This is the set I want. That should do it. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go through there. Whatever. Put it in. See where it gets us. No, come on. Oh, you're kidding me. Wild. So much for all the measurement. And then we'll use some of this braided cable, wherever it is there. The fuel line probably, but we gotta wait. The fuel line comes on after we get the tanks on. So the tanks, and then we'll run fuel and water. Let's see what we can do here. It'll behave nice for me. Doesn't look like it will. It looks like it's still trying to dry. Yep. Okay. Let's just get it set. Get it set. God dang it. Killing me, Smalls. Oh, guys, it's becoming a shit show real quick. I mean, probably, but who's the more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows it, right? There, that's not going anywhere now. Going nowhere now. This is kind of laid down nice. I could do one of these. Okay. And wherever the hose went, there it is. Oh, come on. Shit. All right. There's two. I got a pee. 2.5 hours. It might be time. See who's out and about. All right. I think we're gonna go see Patty. Patty is doing the race with I believe Patrick. So Patty and Patrick are doing LMP2s. So this is the team we have in the Daytona. Sebring 12 hours. Go say hi, and we'll see you guys probably maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping. There's that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Is it one word? There we go. Okay. But go say hi to Patty. Give them some love. And we'll watch some racing. And until then, I will see you guys. But have a good rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.